Welcome everyone to another episode of the Interns Chronicles. I'm Edo.
I'm Millie.
And we're talking about music videos. Being a category in our festival, the music video category has been being really important category, I feel like, in the video production and possibly cinema world. We wanted to discuss them a bit and eventually get to our favorite ones. But I would like to start talking a bit about, are music video even cinema?
Yeah, I think it's a good question because I think a lot of the times we draw a separation between music videos and music, the genre, and then cinema and performance like that. But more and more we're seeing like artists come out with short films of their albums and things like that. And I think our festival is a great example of having these categories for music videos specifically. It is its own genre. And when we think about the relationship between music and cinema, it's always been a very interconnected thing. And I think now just more and more, especially since like MTV has been a thing, artists are getting much more creative with their visual storytelling. And you even see like how a lot of audiences really want that visual aspect. I think Beyonce is a great example.
Absolutely.
Like, she's the queen of visualizing all of her music, even with her Lemonade short film, which is just a great piece of cinema as well as an amazing album.
Yeah, I feel like the trend kind of started with like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He did like the short film for Thriller in, what is it, 83, I think?
Yeah.
And that kind of brought the music video from just kind of people being filmed while they perform the song or a bit of cool effects and so on to, oh, this is an actual short film in which the music video is inserted, to the point that when you listen to the music video, you hear the sound of the short film itself. You hear, I don't know, in Thriller, you hear the zombies, the growling, the meowing of the werecat thing he turns in.
Yes.
Inexplicably, but yeah.
Yes.
But I think it's, I do completely agree. I do think it's cinema, definitely, because it requires the same kind of, I don't know, passion to make visuals work to a concept. It's as much cinema as short films are. Because the two components are kind of inextricable. The music and the audio aspect. Like, you wouldn't have a short film or film without any music, or if you do, it's very purposeful.
It's
a stylistic choice. And at the same time, when you are writing a piece of music, even though there is a ton of music that you just listen to, you're definitely visualizing something while you listen to it. Like, it produces mental images. Both of them, like, we could talk. We're not bored with that, but about like actual mental imaging, like like on a like brainwave level, it does produce mental imaging, but it's also like people, when listening to music, they picture things. And you can control what they picture, creating like music visuals.
And I think there's also, with the Thriller example, it made me think how certain music videos like that just take a hold of like pop culture, and you see how they also influence things in film or vice versa. So like with Thriller, you see people doing the iconic Thriller dance in films. Like 13 Going on 30 is a great example. Like that's a major part of that film, where they like reference the dance from Thriller. And just like it's sort of meta because it is its own cinema, but then there's also that referencing of things like that. And I mean, even how cinema has influenced certain artists. A lot of artists recently have been making different concept albums based off of films. Like, I know the new Ariana Grande album is
first mention.
First mention. I said I'd mention her a lot, and I have already. It's Eternal Sunshine, based off of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And her music video is, and like, pays homage to that. And so there's
also vice versa. You kind of have famous cinema actors starting to appear in music videos.
Yeah.
Like kind of, the two words are actually mixing together. It's not just, the music industry is taking on some features of cinema, but also kind of the opposite. There's a bunch of famous actors that have participated in music videos. I not even in the last years. This has been a thing for a long time.
Like recently, definitely there's been a huge spike of that. But even like going back, I remember just like sitting watching Hozier's Cherry Wine music video with Saoirse Ronan in it, and I was just like, wait a second, what? Saoirse Ronan's in the music video. It's just crazy.
And also, if you go back a bit to like the music scene I grew up with, like the nu metal kind of pop punk scene, you had a bunch of like alternative actors, grungy people appearing in the Cure's music videos, or later in stuff like the Korn music video, Aphex Twin, Linkin Park, that kind of genre. They had a bunch of big, or not even big cameos, because those people were not stars at the time, but they were entering that scene, and they didn't just start in cinema, they just were taking any possible job. This kind of leads us to the second big thing I would like to talk about is, do you prefer the music videos where you can see the singer or the band perform, or with a bunch of background dancer with a big choreography, or do you prefer the ones that are more like conceptual, they just put in images the lyrics of the video or the concept of the video?
I kind of go back and forth on this because I grew up dancing. That was like a big part of my life, so I love seeing videos like that. So and those were bigger in like the 80s and 90s with like just when I think like Britney Spears,
Backstreet Boys.
Like the dancing, that was much bigger. Now we've gone much more into concept things. There was an amazing music video I watched recently by Boy Genius for their song Cool About It, that's just all animated. And things like that, it's such a different way of doing it. So I do really love seeing music videos where the singers or the artists aren't even seen, and it's just its own thing. But then at the same time, I am like second Ariana Grande mention, her Yes and music video was really good, and it was all just dancing, and I loved it.
I feel like for me, being really into like hardcore music, like metal, there is a very good element of just seeing the band play hard that gives you the charge. But I have a huge preference for conceptual videos. A bit because I love the stop motion videos of the new metal days, but maybe the K Brothers or something, like Nirvana did it, Korn did it, Slipknot did a bunch of different like stop motion videos, and I absolutely love stop motion in any form. But I don't know, I like when things get very weird, even if it is just like the main singer just inserted in a choreography, or also in just a setting of. I think, for example, it's not an artist I follow, but I saw a couple of his music videos, like Lil Nas X does really crazy, really weird music videos where he doesn't just sing the song in a cool way, pulling off dance moves, but he's down to put makeup on, use a bunch of costumes, use CGI or even like practical backgrounds, just explore things.
Chappell Roan, I really love her My Kink is Karma music video.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Because it's so good, and it is so campy, and she really has that persona, and it is just weird, and I like it, but it's very her. But I do love when like an artist will release something that's just totally like, what is that? It's just weird, and it's great.
I think like even like the I don't know the name of the album, but the darker phase that Billie Eilish had.
Yes.
Those music videos,
Oh
I
my
feel are
gosh,
great.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
Bury My Friend, All the Good Girls to Go to Hell.
Yeah.
Like she's down to get actually dirty, covered in
Yeah, that
like,
was my favorite
slime
era.
and everything, and shoot big music videos where she just accept having a bunch of effects done on her just to pull off an atmosphere that I feel it's just great.
And she recently released a new album and had a music video for one of her songs, Cheerio, and I was watching the behind the scenes of it, and she comments, she's like, I want this to be a short film, not a music video. And I just think that like that sort of dialogue is just so interesting of differentiating. And when you have like an artist like her, she very much does see it as a concept, and that's what kind of makes her special, and people get drawn into it.
It's also so cool because she's so young.
Yeah.
And she embraces this because you expect let's explore new venues of expressing myself from maybe more mature, advanced artists. Like, we did a bunch of albums with us just playing.
Yeah.
People know our faces, so let's do something weird. That was kind of the Backstreet Boys did with Everybody. They were like, oh, people know us, so now we can dress up as monsters and fuck around. Just because now it's fun. I love it. I love it so much.
Good.
But it's so campy and brings you so hard back to that 1999, I think.
Yes. I think there's also like that sort of interesting thing that I think Billie Eilish kind of breaks away from, because she's very unique to herself, but she also isn't overly campy, where you see a lot, especially with like female pop singers, they either are the super campy, like your Chappell Roans or your Lady Gagas, or they're something more like singer-songwriters like Taylor Swift or something like that. But whereas
I do love myself a good Lady Gaga music video.
I love Lady Gaga.
She's another one that actually I think actually some of those videos we were talking about Billie Eilish take a lot from Lady Gaga.
I think Lady Gaga changed a lot.
She put into, I kind of feel like it's gone like, oh, Madonna, Lady Gaga, and now there's a few younger artists are picking up that mantle of, let's be a bit more hardcore experimental, not with the music, but with the visuals. Yes, definitely. Because like Lady Gaga, I just like remember the paparazzi music video where she just throws herself off the like balcony, and it's like her whole persona, all of her clothing, it's always just been so iconic. Yeah. She's down to go super high concept and just. Then there is also the matter, and this is a big thing that music videos and cinema share, with the costume design. Costume design in cinema is huge, naturally. There's even there's an Oscar for best costume design, there's a Golden Globe, and so on. And in music video, I feel it's even more important because you need to condense all the style in 3-4 minutes. Yeah, and when you think of like music artists in general, music videos are so important to their persona, and that's what the music artists are, and that's why they become popular and famous, is because they create a persona. I think about, there's a newish band called The Last Dinner Party, and they are very like, they have an image, and their music videos are really cool as well, but it all sort of fits within this super, like, they wear a lot of lace, but it's also like kind of hard punky things, like it's very much a cultivated image, and it takes a lot of effort in the film side of it as well to continue driving that image forward. Yeah, again, I bring references from the scene I know about, and their like style in the metal scene is so important that some bands that have always kept the same look, and so the first music video they publish are so important because they establish that look. If you think about people like Ghost, or now they're super popular, Sleep Token. I don't really like them, but they're super popular, and they have that super iconic style. that kind of makes them instantly recognizable, even if you don't know the songs or anything.
Well, I mean, even the classic like Kiss with the face paint and things like that.
Yeah,
it's just it's an image, and even though music is an auditory experience, it's so heavily based on how they present themselves image-wise, and the music also has an image itself. Like I wouldn't describe certain colors or images with like different genres of music. Like it's its own thing. Like whenever I think hard rock or hard metal, it's always your like darker colors and more intense atmospheres and things like that. So it's just interesting how we've created sort of that cultural memory of what these things are.
Well, it's also what makes it so cool, actually.
Yeah.
Let's go to some favorites.
Yes.
Go ahead. One favorite.
We're
gonna alternate a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so one of my favorites that I've seen over and over and over again, it's actually like a short film. So it's kind of, I think there's like 5 songs from this artist's album in it. But it's called 5 Seconds Flat, and it's by an artist named Lizzie McAlpine. It's so good.
Never heard of it.
I love it so much. You have to watch it.
I will.
It's fantastic.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, and it's like 20 minutes long, and it's
just short film.
Yeah, it goes through different phases of the album that she cultivated, which was about like breaking up with someone and trying to move on and not really being able to. Classic teenage angst. Which is why I love it. Yeah.
We all. I know I don't have any hair anymore, but I do still understand.
Gotta enjoy.
I still understand my good little teenage angst.
Yeah, it's great. It's classic. It's popular.
Everyone still likes My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
Everyone likes the Black Parade, and if you don't, you're lying. That's a very good music video, but that's not the one I wanted to mention. I want to mention one I really love because it's more modern, but because there was a big animation trend in music videos late 90s, early 2000s.
Love.
But it's coming back.
Yeah.
Mainly through Gorillaz, which are amazing. And their music videos are insane.
Yeah.
But another artist, a French artist, or Swiss, maybe, possibly, did a very good animated music video recently, 10 years ago probably, but whatever. It's Caravan Palace. The Lone Digger music video is amazing. The animated bar fight between the animals to the song, I think it's great, and I think that's a very good way to approach making a music video.
Yeah.
The conceptual, more artsy one, let's say, because go the animation route and go crazy.
Yeah.
And even in the last festival, we had animated music videos in the festival.
Yeah. It's
both
so cool.
Trying to get prizes in the music video category as well as in the animation one and in the short film one. So kind of they did the whole 3 genre mix, definitely.
Yeah. I love it when that happens and those things occur, and even like dance films are also like remarkably similar to animation a lot of the times.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is why they both fit really well with music and music videos. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I think a second one for me, I mean, I could say like all of Ariana Grande's music videos, but I won't. Third impression. But I really love Hozier's Work Song music video.
Ooh, I saw that. Yeah.
It's a dance one, and it just like scratches my brain, right? I just like it. Oh, and that actually also made me think, there's one by Lauv, and I think is what the artist's name is, and it's called Superhero, and it's really cool, and it's just this blue screen with the shadows of 2 people dancing.
Oh, that's interesting.
And on the bottom there's like text that's telling you this whole story that's not actually what you're listening to, so it's kind of like your brain has to work, but it's a really cool concept, and it's very moving, and it's very visually beautiful.
That's nice. That's really nice. Well, the last one I want to mention is one of my favorite bands, really dear to my heart. which is Deutschland by Rammstein.
Nice.
Having lived in Germany for a long time, naturally I grew close to Rammstein, and that's another short film, basically. It's 11-13 minutes long, so kind of thriller length.
Yep.
And it's it's more classic because it's mainly them singing and them in costumes in various scenes, but the whole point of the song is recounting the entire history of a country through the historical traumas the country has gone through. So they go so insanely hard on like the imaging and how hard the video hits and how daring they were in showing some of the biggest traumas in Germany's history. And to the point that it got so controversial in Germany, it was banned for a bunch and censored so hard, and you got to love it.
Yeah.
And that video also has this kind of feature of having famous emerging German actress being kind of the star and the symbol of the video itself.
Yeah.
So this connection between cinema and music videos. So yeah, if you've not seen Deutschland by Rammstein, it's in German, but it's a really good song.
Yeah.
So
hey,
go listen to it.
Yeah.
And it's
you can appreciate it without the lyrics if you don't speak German.
Yeah, or just look up the translation.
Yeah, true. That works too.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a very good chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. This thoughts on music videos, and we'll see you on the next episode of the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.